Hey guys, it is Tuesday, so we are going to be doing our Tuesday video. Today I want to talk about ways to love. I'm going to start off with reading some verses, and then I'm going to read the whole chapter 13 from 1 Corinthians, and then we're going to break that one down. Okay, speak without accusing. James chapter 1 verses 19 and 20. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. Give without sparing. Proverbs 21 chapter 21 verse 26. He coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteousness giveth and spareth not. Pray without ceasing. Colossians chapter 1 verse 9. For this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you, and to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding. Answer without arguing. Proverbs chapter 17 verse 1. Better is a dry morsel and quietness therewith than an house full of sacrifices with strife. Share without pretending. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 15. But speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things which is the head, even Christ. Enjoy without complaining. Philippians chapter 2 verse 14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings. Trust without wavering. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Okay, now we're going to read from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And at the very top it says, the ministry gifts must be governed by love. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself. It is not puffed up. Doeth not behave itself unseemly. Seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, and charity. These three, but the greatest of these is charity. Now, that was from a King James Version Bible. I know that in the other Bibles it replaces charity with love. And love is patient. Many of us struggle with patience, but God encourages us to be patient. Love is kind. The Bible repeatedly tells us to love neighbors more than ourselves, to help strangers, and to live out kindness. Love does not boast, nor is it prideful. These powerful words might stir our souls. I believe each of us have struggled with pride at one point or another in our lives, but we must overcome these characteristics and rise above them. Love does not envy. Envy can be a poison to the heart and the soul. Love isn't self-seeking. In a world that is telling us to love ourselves, God tells us we should love one another, caring about each other and the needs of one another. This is a powerful reminder that it's not all about us. Love is not easily angered. We all struggle with frustration and anger, especially when life takes a difficult turn. We all need to turn to God and pray for help with this one daily. Part of loving others is forgiving them. Unfortunately, it's easy to fall into the trap, the thought of keeping a record of wrongs, a laundry list, if you will, of all the things someone has done to hurt or harm us. Love doesn't keep a record of wrongs, so this should get us thinking deeper about how we handle those who have hurt us. If we are truly going to forgive, we must let go of the mental records we've been keeping, records that can truly impede forgiveness. Now, I believe this one's the hardest one for me. I'm going to end this lesson with the greatest and most amazing gift of love that was ever given. And you can find this one in John, the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Now that there is a love like no other. You'll not find another love like it, I can guarantee it. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. You have a safe week. Have a good week. I love each and every one of you, and I will be back Friday with our Fun Fact Friday. Bye.